Warm, sunny days are wonderful, and it's good for children to spend time playing and exercising outdoors. And it's also important for them to enjoy it safely. And Dr. Hansen is here to tell us how we can do that. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
I always enjoy hearing your advice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, today's topic is a good one, right? Because
Yes.
we've been waiting for these days.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
been waiting for these sunny, warm days to get outside with our kids. But I wanted to talk a little bit today about sun protection and sunburn.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of the most common questions I get for parents of infants especially is, how do I protect my baby from the sun? Or is it okay to be outside with
Yeah.
my baby? And the answer is yes. It's so good for babies to be outside, to enjoy the weather, the breeze, nature. But you do have to be a little bit careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there a certain time that we should avoid the sun?
Well, if you can, it's good to avoid that sort of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. period of time,
Okay.
because that's when the UV rays are the strongest and you're more likely to have a sunburn. It also happens to be the hottest part of the day too. So, trying to protect yourself a little bit that way makes sense.
Especially high noon.
Yeah, yeah.
So how can I dress for the occasion?
Yeah, so clothing is a great way to protect yourself from sun, no matter what your age is. For babies less than 6 months, clothing is one of the primary ways you're going to protect them. So you want lightweight clothes that have long sleeves or have pants, a material like cotton, but maybe that has a tight weave to it, because that's more likely to protect you from the sun. It's easier now too to find clothes that have a sun protection rating on them,
Yes.
and so looking for that I think is useful. And then hats. Hats are so cute on babies, but looking for one that's got kind of a wider brim on it so they can get some shade.
Awesome. So that allows ventilation and cooling down.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. How can I ventilate and cool down my infant once I see them like exacerbating
Yeah, so
or breathing heavily?
if you see your baby getting flushed or sweaty, it's time to go in and time
Yeah.
to take a break. You want to make sure that they have access to fluid. So, if they're taking breast milk or formula, or if they're old enough to drink water, you want to really make sure that they're hydrated.
Okay. Now, different age groups. How do I know which SPF is for which age group?
Yeah, so for babies under 6 months of age, you want to use a sunscreen that's a mineral-based sunscreen, and just on small areas of the body. So those sensitive little cheeks, the backs
Yeah.
of the hands, those spots that are tough to protect with clothing.
Okay.
Over 6 months, it's safe to apply sunscreen to the entire body. You want to be careful to avoid the eyes, because that can be a little bit
Stings.
irritating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for adults and older children, of course, just applying throughout the day a good sunscreen that's at least SPF 15 to 30.
Okay, so what are the intervals? Like, how many times should I apply sunscreen?
Well, if you check the label of your sunscreen, it'll actually tell you right on there. And it
Okay.
depends a little bit. Are you going to be swimming? Are you going to be sweating a lot? Are you going to be just relaxing at a, kind of a chill picnic?
Right,
It kind
right.
of depends that way.
Okay, cool. Now, my child has gotten sunburn before.
Yeah.
And so let's say, how do I help them alleviate the pain? Is it like
Yeah.
aloe vera or
Yeah,
coconut
I mean,
oil?
you remember how bad that hurts to get a sunburn.
Yeah.
For little ones, offering an anti-inflammatory or an over-the-counter pain medicine is probably your first choice. So for infants younger than 6 months of age, that means acetaminophen. For older than 6 months of age, either acetaminophen or ibuprofen. You want to encourage fluids. Cool compresses can help. But if you have questions, particularly if there's blistering or severe pain, I would absolutely have you check with your child's doctor.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Amazing information.
Yeah.
Dr. Hansen, thank you so much. And I appreciate you coming and giving us the best in sun advice.
Thank you.
So coming up next, guys, we're going to go straight to the Jazz Fest here on North Dakota Today.